Russia is increasingly framing its latest operations as an energy warfare campaign. Instead of focusing solely on frontline combat, Russian military statements claim precision drone and missile strikes are now targeting the infrastructure that powers Ukraine's war effort. According to these claims, substations supplying military facilities, fuel storage sites, and logistics hubs are becoming priority targets. The stated objective is to weaken Ukraine's ability to sustain operations by disrupting electricity, fuel distribution, and military transportation simultaneously. Russian reports also claim multiple strikes on Ukraine's Black Sea logistics network. Moscow says fuel tanks intended for the Ukrainian armed forces were hit inside the port of Odesa, while fuel pumping stations and distribution facilities in the Odesa region were also targeted. In addition, Russian military channels claim several dry cargo vessels allegedly carrying military supplies were struck both inside the ports of Odesa and Yuzhny, as well as while sailing in the Black Sea. These claims could not be independently verified. Beyond the ports, Russia says it is targeting the movement of supplies to frontline troops. Military engineers reportedly used the Zemlyadelye remote mine-laying system after reconnaissance units identified reserve positions and supply routes in the Dobropol direction. Russian sources claim programmable mines were deployed to block troop rotations and disrupt logistics, describing the operation as cutting off the oxygen supply to Ukrainian forces. The statement reflects Moscow's broader emphasis on isolating frontline units by targeting the routes that sustain them. Russian drone operations are also being portrayed as attacks on Ukraine's growing unmanned warfare capability. Military channels claim Garan drones struck a logistics center in Andriivka, destroying a warehouse storing unmanned aerial vehicles. The same reports say high-voltage transmission towers were damaged during the strike, linking attacks on power infrastructure with efforts to degrade Ukraine's drone operations. Separate Russian statements also claim drones destroyed Ukrainian military vehicles and fuel facilities in eastern Ukraine. Taken together, the claimed strikes point to what appears to be a coordinated campaign against Ukraine's military logistics chain. Rather than emphasizing territorial advances, Russian messaging highlights attacks on electricity, fuel infrastructure, ports, cargo vessels, transport routes, and drone support facilities. If accurate, the strategy seeks to disrupt every stage of military sustainment, from imported supplies arriving by sea to fuel and electricity reaching frontline units. Independent verification of many of these battlefield claims remains limited.